Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of looking at a game where they own and they stomp and everything is good and dan and happy, we're going to be looking at a game where this Pango player had a pretty tough match. Him in and of himself honestly wasn't doing too bad. He actually had 2 assists very early on. They killed the Kunkka twice in the laning stage, him and the Spirit Breaker. However, the graph overall looks terrible. They clearly got run over, wasn't a very clean game. They had a bit of a comeback here. The support Quap is higher net worth than the offlaner. But yeah, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be a better mid-game player as a mid laner, and let's get into it. Alright, before we get into the main part of the video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not only posting videos here on YouTube, I also frequently post videos on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, almost every single day I'm posting a new video to the gameleap website. We're going to teach you guys in depth about how to get to the next level. So if you want to become absolutely broken, click the link down below and sign up. So the first main mistakes that he makes are this kill on the Quap. He misexecutes this reasonably hard, sort of misses the swash, but it is what it is, and ends up tracking it was funny, he clicked his I key, I guess, instead of whatever his Quelling Blade hotkey is, and he missed the kill, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so messes up, happens. Yeah, I would have liked to see him roll through the secret shop and buy his mana boots, but we're getting pretty technical. Yes, that would make him a better player, but whatever. The next thing that he does wrong is you gotta keep track of, guys, what do you know about Brewmaster? Brewmaster is a hero where if you mess up, if you commit on him, and he has ulti, and you do not kill him, you will die. Because if you commit your disengage spells aggressively on Brewmaster, you will die. That is how the hero works. If you didn't understand that, now you do. Just remember, Brewmaster with ult, don't overcommit on him unless you're bursting him. Otherwise, you'll die. And so this is a lesson I guess this guy hasn't learned yet, or he thought he was going to burst this guy. And to be fair, he's pretty low HP. However, there's a really high chance that level 3 Swash, right, which does physical damage, and a level 2 Shield Crash, which is not a very high damage spell at all, will not kill this guy. Swash plus Shield Crash does not kill this guy from 400 HP. Yes, he gets chipped down a little bit by the Spirit Breaker, but you can't commit on a Brewmaster. Remember, you cannot commit. Even if he saved Swash and Shield Crash, I'm pretty sure he would die anyway. And so this play, it wasn't going to work. He's not level 7, right? And level 7 is the main spike for Pango. I really feel like the 8-second cooldown is just so noticeable how much better it is. And there's a free mid lane to farm. So I see the angle. I don't think this is like the worst rotation I've ever seen, but you can't make that play on a Brewmaster. It's just not a thing. So the next play is actually extremely important. Well, look at the map real quick here. He knows that Pugna's mid, he knows that Kunkka's mid. He can't really feel safe at this point of the game about the mid lane. Also, a big thing to note is the bottom wave is being completely ignored. There's not a single hero farming bottom. This should tell you something, guys. If you're trying to become a good Dota player, trying to get to the next rank, and you want to stop dying to ganks, just look at the waves. It's going to help you so much because in this clip here, it should be semi-obvious that they are rotating from bottom. There's no one bottom. Brewmaster's not farming Ancients, right? It's not like he's some Beastmaster Timber who might be taking Ancients. He's going to be coming mid. If you don't see him farming bot, he's not hitting neutrals for fun. I guess he could be if we're talking about some like futuristic Dota where they hit neutrals just so you're scared. For the most part, at the current state of Dota, this guy's coming mid if you don't see him. And he could swash the wave. Yeah, it wouldn't kill it, but neither does Shield Crash with level 2 Shield Crash. So you should swash the wave from max range and hide. Because yeah, the Pugna was missing, the Quap's missing, no one's clearing bot, the Brew ends up being missing. It's just a disaster. And they end up feeding a ton of heroes here. So you guys have to be very careful when you don't see anyone farming the lane, especially the off. They're going to be much more likely than a safe laner to make a play. This next rotation was really good. I don't know why this lean is hitting the tower, but anytime one of these slow range heroes hit a tower, you can gank them, right? So this is just terrible positioning from Lina here. So good roll, good recognition that she's way too far up. Honestly, I think he could have canceled the roll right away. Just keep clicking her with Orb of Corrosion, and yeah, he gets the kill. It's pretty good. Next up, he actually ends up finding a good angle into this top fight. They end up committing onto a Bristleback really hard, and you guys know how that goes. You commit onto Bristleback really hard, you take a lot of damage. So he's gonna come over. I like to swash immediately. Good Pangos will always do this. They will lead to swash so it gets off cooldown and they can use it when the roll is ending. Right, so yep, proper execution here. He comes in, Shield Crash to make sure the roll can't miss. Perfect. Bumps off the wall. Perfect. Onto the Quap. No problems here. And the only thing he does wrong now is, let me ask you guys a question. Do you think they're killing this Brewmaster? Now, you could probably hear by the tone of my voice that no, he should not try to kill the Brewmaster. The reason why he shouldn't try to kill the Brewmaster is because of the fact Kunkka and Lina weren't at the fight and they're not showing. Now Kunkka is showing, he's coming, and Lina wasn't showing. On top of that, this Brewmaster's full HP. He should know that his Mars doesn't have a Blink Dagger. This is something you guys have to track. And the Spirit Breaker charged recently, right, to kill the Quap. And so you should know, no charge, no Blink Dagger. We're not really going to catch this guy, okay? And on top of that, you're kind of just wasting time at some point. If you're not going to kill the person you're running at, yeah, you can harass them a little bit, like swashing him is fine. But then chasing here is just pointless. They end up getting hit by a really nice torrent, so to be fair, he did end up running away at some point, like they kind of just realized too late. Yeah, I think maybe he could have TP'd a little bit faster as well. I'm surprised he died. This was a nice tiebreaker from the Kunkka, so not all bad. Like you can tell this guy's really high MMR, by the way, right? I think I didn't point it out at the beginning. This guy is very, very high MMR. He's ranked 340 in North America. And a lot of his decision making is good here. Like going to top was really nice. He cleared the mid wave and connected to his side lane. His execution on the swash and the roll was extremely good. He did disengage towards the end, but I'm just trying to be really, really nitpicky for the sake of improvement. If you know you're not going to get the kill, don't chase. Just get in the waves and farm the nearby neutral camp. So another thing that I didn't really love here was that he goes for this kill mid, right? So in a second from now, he goes for a kill mid. They're going to kill the Brewmaster. Ends up being a really nice move from his team, okay? The Brew goes a little bit too crazy on this mid wave here. So the Brew goes to Chad. They missed the spear, but whatever. Muerta, Silence, Chain Stun, fine, good. Get the kill. Where should he go now? No Rolling Thunder, about to complete Diffusal Blade. They just used Arena. Go farm bottom, right? If your team uses big spells, especially you use your big spell, farm out the waves. You're not gonna kill this Quap. You're not killing this Pugna. This is so fake. Right? Do not just run at the closest person, guys. If you use your big cooldowns and you're not going to catch, you need to just go farm out the map. Instead, he's going to farm the triangle. Why would you want to farm triangle? Bristleback wants to farm this, right? You just joined Bristle's camp unless Bristle decides not to farm triangle, right? Instead, he could have pushed in the last bot wave and then taken these camps, and then when his Rolling Thunder is coming back up, he came back to mid. But instead, by the time he goes bottom, the wave's already gone, right? Pushed in, and he missed out on some farm. And he took farm away from his Bristleback. I don't know, this ticks me off so hard. He's going Ags, which is like, fine, good. You have 2 initiators, right? You even have a frontliner in Bristleback. Like, you can go the DPS Pango build. That's not a problem. But why not buy the components? Buy the Ogre Axe, buy the point booster. It's a lot of HP. That's like 300 HP. That could totally be the difference in the upcoming fight. Like, I just don't understand why you would want to keep a Quelling Blade and an empty slot. Like, how do you do this? It's just insane to me, like. So yeah, please guys, fill up your slots, especially if you're buying items like this. Do not do this. So he's gonna end up clearing mid. This is fine. Looking at the nearby camps, totally fine too. Now upcoming here, he gets a pretty nice counter initiation. They commit on his Muerta pretty hard. They clear the mid wave somewhat safely, and that's good, right? All is fine and well. Then Muerta ends up getting jumped, and he's gonna use Rolling Thunder to counter initiate. Diffusals the Brewmaster, very nice. Quap takes a very weird pattern to get herself chain stun. And yeah, they're gonna kill off the Quap, good. But then he rolls for the Pugna. This Spearbreaker, of course, just used charge. You're not killing this Pugna. Pango does not solo kill Pugna with an ending Rolling Thunder, right? Once the Pugna walks away here, you're not gonna kill him. It's so fake. Now, to be fair, I will say if he hit his Rolling Thunder, the initial go, he would have at least been able to drop Pugna to like a very low amount of HP, but he ends up overcommitting here and dying. And this just, I mean, it's not surprising because once again, when you're losing the game, guys, you can't commit as if you're winning the game. If you're losing the game and the enemy team overextends, get your 1 or 2 kills and then chill, split up, keep farming. You have to play a patient game. You can't just look for a 5-on-5 team fight. You can't just keep chasing. And this has happened multiple times this game now, right? He's losing out on a lot of farm and dying because of this habit. And only because of the fact that I've been ragging on this guy for the entire video now, I do want to give him a little bit of praise and show that, yeah, there's a reason why these guys are top rank, right? Obviously, his mechanical skill is very good. He's been hitting his abilities. His ability casting is solid overall. It's the smaller stuff that separates a rank 350 from a rank 100, you know? It's the positioning, the understanding of how the game state is, right? Should I chase? Should I not? Things like this, right? The mechanical skill is there. That's not necessarily the problem. But conceptually, I would like to give him some credit. So, you know, the execution on the Lina kill here was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he rolled down instead of up. Like, I feel like you have to know to roll up here and hit this wall. Maybe he would have killed Lina here. Would have been close, but he at least should have tried. So that wasn't so good, but whatever. They go in, gets a Quap kill, and he knows he needs to get out. So he does it right here. It's more clear because the enemy team is all there. So he gets out. And he's going to cut the wave. This is so good. The fact that he has the recognition to not just instantly leave, because the enemy team's catch is terrible. Their catch is so awful. It's a Kunkka, right? That guy has to like run up and X you. He's not going to catch him. Instead of going back to base immediately, like 99% of the player base would have, he stays out on the map, keeps going, and is going to clear the next 2 waves. This delays the enemy's push. I think they don't have a wave. They don't have a wave, and all of a sudden, a 1 team fight at least doesn't turn into a tier 2 tower, right? And so this is really wonderful. Actually, do they get it anyway? No. Backdoor goes up. They waste a ton of time. Fantastic, right? This is such a high level play that you guys can implement into your games as well. But alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned quite a bit. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the gameleap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.